YouTube, and welcome to the Movie Zone, starring me, of course, and your host, the Doctor of Movies. And today we get to talk about the Avengers. Oh my God! I finally just got to see the movie, and OMG, OMG. So let's talk about this movie, shall we? Now, basically, this is the end of Phase 2, people. That's right. Starting with Ant-Man, we'll get Phase 3. That'll be the beginning. This is the end of Phase 2, or, Captain America, Thor, Iron Man 3 now, and Guardians of the Galaxy, of course. Now, let's talk about Avengers Age of Ultron. Now, in this movie, it basically picks off basically where the other movies left off, where the team is scattered, they have to come back, and, they're doing some missions, try to, stop Hydra or whatever the threats are. So, at the end of Iron Man 3, if you remember, if you've seen Iron Man 3, so minor spoiler here, at the end of Iron Man 3, Iron Man decides he's done, being Iron Man. But in this movie, he basically is still Iron Man. Now, they don't explain that, but whatever, it's still Iron Man. So he decides, he still doesn't want to be a part of he doesn't want him and the Avengers doing what they do. So he decides to build something to protect the world, and then he accidentally creates Ultron. Ultron is basically the ultimate artificial intelligence, and he goes berserk and basically decides he wants to destroy the Earth and destroy the human race to make them more better. Now, when I thought about this movie, first of all, basically everything works in this movie. Starting from, character development, going from Black Widow, and her relationship with the Hulk, Bruce Banner, of course, from the banter between Captain America and Tony Stark, Iron Man, of course, because, they have their issues where one's right, one's wrong, who's on which side, so that worked. And I even thought Ultron worked, and I was scared because I was watching the trailers. I thought Ultron, the way he was shot looked kind of, not good with the CGI, but it totally worked. And he had a sense of humor. James Spader did a phenomenal job as Ultron. He was great, he was funny, he was witty, he was bad, he was just awesome. Because that's one of the things that Marvel movies have a lack of, is their villains. I mean, they got great villains, but sometimes they don't make them work too well. Except for Loki. Loki's basically the only villain in the Marvel world that's working. But now they can add Ultron. He was phenomenal. And I hope they really can develop that with Thanos when he comes down the road. But, let's not talk about that right now. So, what else worked in this movie that I was so looking forward to seeing? Elizabeth Olsen played Scarlet Witch. If you don't know who Scarlet Witch is, she's actually a mutant in the X-Men world. Now, you must be thinking, wait a minute, why is she in this movie? Well, basically, Marvel and Fox both own the rights, so they both can use it without mentioning, each other's worlds. Because in the comics, Scarlet Witch and her brother Quicksilver, who I'll get to in a minute, they're twins, and in the comic books, their father's Magneto. But in this movie, they're just two orphan kids who grew up in hating, Tony Stark and what he's done in his weapons back in the day when he was basically just a weapons dealer. So they're in this movie, and did they work? Oh yeah, they worked. I knew she was going to be great, but she was phenomenal. I really liked her a lot. She was like my favorite part of the whole movie, throughout the movie. And even Quicksilver. I mean, I thought Quicksilver was going to be, he was going to be one of those characters, there, and then he just, whatever, leaves off or whatever. Because, they weren't, I don't know how they were going to top him from, the X-Men movie, but he worked. He had the great action scenes. His voice was kind of, whatever. He had that Russian tough guy kind of accent, but you know what? It worked for me. I thought it was good. The way he moved, the way he fought, it was just great. He had a really good relationship with his sister, because in the comic books, they show that relationship, but I also felt that it worked because the way he zips around everywhere, you feel that. They really captured that, because I really thought they weren't going to do as well as what X-Men did, but they pulled it off, so that was a good job for that. The fight scenes in this movie are like ridiculous how they stepped it up. I mean, basically they copied off the first one where they got a big threat and they have to stop it, an alien invasion, or in this case, robot invasion, and they have to stop it. But the visuals in this movie were great. I liked it a lot. But and the humor was there as well, so that was great. A lot of laughs, a lot more laughs than I thought it would be. At points there are some points in this movie where I didn't think there would be funny parts, but it was pretty funny too. So they stepped that up as well. I mean, Josh Whedon, I think he did a phenomenal job with this movie. Kind of sad that he's going to be leaving, but you know what? There were some moments in this movie that didn't work for me that I have to touch into. I mean, they get a good actor by the name of Andy Serkis, and he's in the movie. We don't know who he is. He's basically Caesar in the Planet of the Apes remake movies. He's in this movie. I mean, he did okay, but I kind of wish he did more. I mean, he's supposed to be setting up for another Marvel movie, but I mean, for what he was in this movie, I was like, they couldn't just put him as a deleted scene or something. But you know what? What can you do? I mean, also they kind of had Falcon in it. Kind of. He was in some scenes. I really wish they used him more. I know he's more of a Captain America character, but yet he really worked in the Winter Soldier. So, I really wish he was in this movie more. Same thing with War Machine. I mean, War Machine, he was in it too, but his role was so small. But when he showed up on the screen, he was there. He did his thing, that was good, but I really wish he was in the movie more. Because remember, the Marvel Universe is bigger now, and they're going to have to start getting bigger threats, so they're going to have to start giving these characters more screen time. I know, they can't figure that out into the movies now, but eventually down the road, especially when Infinity War comes out in Part 1 and 2, and Civil War coming out next year, so hopefully you get more characters. I wish they can do more about that, but what can you do? And I really wish that they told the story about why Iron Man's back in the Iron Man suit. Because the ending of Iron Man 3, like I said, spoiler if you've never seen Iron Man 3, he destroys the suits like he's gonna just be gone. Like he'll be in this movie, but just be a side character. But nope, he's in the movie as Iron Man, but yet they don't explain why he's Iron Man, why he's going through this change now, why he wants to be Iron Man again. They never really explained that, but you know what? It's done is done, I guess. Because, he's Robert Downey Jr. He's the best actor they have for that role, so I guess, whatever. What else didn't work for me? I felt that, the pacing between, the relationship between Dr. Banner and Mark Ruffalo and Scarlett Johansson. I wish they really wrapped that up already. I mean, we kind of see them on screen, and they're going to end up being together or whatever, but just show it. I wish they can just speed that up. I mean, that's not a spoiler or anything, but they finally get together, but that's just like, ugh. There's no chemistry about it. They just they're done, they're together. It just made no sense. It kind of went by quickly. But other than that, I really enjoyed this movie. Also, what they did with Quicksilver, I felt was kind of weird. Because, I mean, this might be a little minor spoiler, but in the movie, some of the scenes that he's in, when he's doing his zipping around everywhere, he gets tired. I'm like, wait a minute, what? You're an X-Men. In the X-Men world, you don't get tired. I read some comic books where he never gets tired, and that kind of just made him like he has to catch his breath. I mean, wait a minute, you're supposed to be the opposite of the Flash for this, comic book world, and yet you're getting tired? That made no sense to me. I just felt like they could have not done that. I mean, I know they try not to keep it different between the X-Men world and this world. I get that, but keep all his powers in the movie. You know what I mean? But other than that, I thought he was great. I really wish they focus more about their his relationship and Scarlet Witch's relationship, due to the fact that they're orphans and they're twins. I wish to show more background about them, but yeah, what can you do? I mean, is this as better as the first Avengers? No, it's not. Due to the fact that the first Avenger movie was the first time you see these comic book characters in a movie together for the first time. So when you watch this one, it just downgrades a little bit. But it shows little problems here and there, but it's still a great movie. I mean, the Hulk versus Hulkbuster armor scene was like, wow. I couldn't believe that scene. That thing was just beyond awesome. Great shots. Didn't show a hint of fake CGI. You know what I mean? They really know how to work that camera. I think Josh Whedon is just great when he does that kind of stuff. But yeah, that was like one of the coolest scenes ever. Hope we do it again one day. And it really shows how the Hulk, he's just like unstoppable. I mean, that dude is the Incredible Hulk for a reason, right? But yeah, and although also, Hawkeye, we gotta talk about him. He was awesome in this movie. I mean, in the last movie, some people say that he wasn't good. I thought he was good for what he was when he was in the bad side and the good side. Spoiler, by the way, if you've never seen the first Avenger, but really, you should have. But yeah, he was awesome in the movie, doing his thing. They gave him more screen time, so that was awesome. But yeah, I really enjoyed this movie a lot. I thought this movie worked. Now, if I had to put it in a category which Marvel movie is better, I do have to say Winter Soldier is a lot better than this, just by a little bit. The way that's handled. But yet this movie, if I had to put it in order, is Avengers is first, then Guardians, then Winter Soldier, then Avengers 2, then followed by the rest. But yeah, I love this movie. You're a fan of Avengers or Marvel, you're going to love this movie. This movie's great. Has its moments where it's like, why do this, why do that? But I really enjoyed this movie. Oh, and the Vision in this movie, that's all I got to say. He was phenomenal in that movie. He's not in the movie as much, but yeah, when he's in the screen, wow. Yeah, he's great. I love the Vision in the movie. The way that it hits from his costume worked. Because, with Disney, they go a little light when it comes to some of their movies. Because, Disney owns them. But then they do that hint of dark like that DC does, but not too dark. But yet, it worked. He worked. I thought it was great. The way that they made him look great. It was just wow. He was awesome. Like I said, he wasn't in the movie as much, but when he's in, he delivers. So, like I said, has some moments where it doesn't work, but when it works, I mean, the pace of the movie, it's long, but the pace of the movie, sometimes it kind of just drags. But it's just great. A great movie, a great summer blockbuster. To start the summer off with a bang, oh my god. Now I can't wait for Ant-Man just to see what the heck is going to happen in that movie. Because this movie delivered in so many levels, but yet it had its moments where it's like, has its problems there, but they're minor problems, but yet I still enjoyed this movie. It was great. I'm going to tell you my score for it, so don't go crazy if I give it a bad score in your opinion. This is my personal opinion. I'm giving this movie a 9. It's awesome. I love this movie. Why do I give it a 10? Well, because it has its moments where it kind of has problems, but yet not all movies should be 10s anyway, unless they really be beyond blow your mind. Like that first Avenger movie, that was the first time we ever saw that movie and see these characters in a movie together. So that was a 10 automatically, and it was done right. So one day when they do the Justice League movie, and seeing Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, and all those guys in their movie together, that could be a 10 too, for all we know. But when it comes out, who knows? But I'm giving this movie 9. It was awesome. You love it. I loved it. I'm going to go see it again. This movie's great. Can't wait to get it on Blu-ray. Let me know what you think. Did you see the other Marvel movies? Are you going to see this movie? Did you like it? Did you see it already? Did you like it? Did you didn't like it? What should have worked? What should work and what didn't work? And yeah, 9 all the way. Oh, by the way, if you're going to see this movie, don't stay to the very end because there's nothing there. It's something. Once the movie ends, it's going to show the credits a little bit, little credits there, before it goes to the black credits. There's something there. You have to see it, and I got goosebumps just seeing that scene. I was like, OMG, OMG, OMG. That's all I said, because that basically sets up the next movie. So when you see that, you know what I'm talking about. want to talk about it so badly, but you know, that's a spoiler right there. But yeah, it's not the very end of the credits. It's before the very credits even begin. It's right there. See that, and then once that happens, then when it goes blank again, then you can leave. Because after that, there's nothing else. It just says Avengers will return. That's pretty much it. But yeah, this movie's a 9. I loved it. This movie's freaking great. Gotta give it a 9, like I said. That's my personal opinion. I love this movie, but yeah, it has its problems. But yet, I was entertained. And that's how this movie is supposed to be. Entertaining. And I'm a Marvel fan and a DC fan, and I love this movie. So, let me know if you love this movie too. If you've seen it, are you gonna see it? Write a comment below. And as a doctor, I hope this prescription I gave you really helped. And always, the doctor's in and out. And if you want to see more, click here to see more. And of course, subscribe. And I thank you and have a good day, good night, or wherever you are watching this. Till next time.